I mean, I wouldn't have tried to hurt nobody's feelings. I don't know how y'all was raised, but where I come from, when grown folks talking, kids need to go on somewhere. It's disrespectful to be sitting around listening to what grown folks talking about, especially with your parents. It's starting to look like Diddy kids really never had no respect for him. They talking about his meat looked like a Tootsie
Oh my
Roll,
goodness.
and his daughters was in attendance listening to all the freak off details. And they know damn well them parties was way more nastier than what they saying in court. Them kids gotta be thinking to themselves, y'all don't know the half of it. They seen they father with them G-strings on. They seen Ja Rule, Ray J, and all them dudes in the swimming pool full of baby oil. They was peeking out the window, knowing they had to go to school the next day, and they daddy in the backyard freaking off. We seen the pictures with Aaliyah, Jay-Z, Dame Dash, Andre Harrell, Jennifer Lopez, Diddy Mama, and all them in the bed in the backyard. And they trying to make it seem like it was a consensual relationship between Diddy and Cassie. But this the thing about it. Diddy under pressure. In this upcoming week, they about to be talking about some real nasty stuff, and he don't want his kids to be there to hear none of it. And I don't blame him. You know, he grown. They acting like they one of his peers because he let them freak off with him allegedly. Just because him and his son smashed Lori Harvey together, allegedly, they feel like they can chime in on what Pops got going on. It ain't like they ain't never seen him butt naked before. That's their daddy. Some people don't like to wear clothes. They got a house full of baby oil. Y'all know what's up. Ain't no shame in their game. They kiss the neighbors, kiss their grandmama, kiss the dog. They don't give a damn. But it's people out there like that. It's people out here watching the video right now, butt naked, knowing they got children in the house. But they figure, hell, I pay the bills. I want to be comfortable. It is what it is. Now, next week, matter of fact, this week, they talking about what Diddy's ex-assistant, Capricorn Clark, got to say about all this stuff, man. And she about to reveal some things about Cassie having them pimples all between her cheeks and still freaking off with people. Herpes all in her mouth, slurping all on them men. Cassie was doing the freak off and only could talk out of one side of her mouth. Sean Diddy Combs' ex-assistant, Capricorn Clark, who once reportedly dubbed him the devil. But shit, that's how she got paid. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the devil when he was writing them checks. And he's still writing checks because Diddy reportedly earning millions of dollars through jail with a side hustle. He Airbnb out them houses. He renting that private jet out. He renting out his $60 million private jet. He still got money coming in. He still got titles, deeds, and ownership of things. Records show that the jet has been in use virtually every other day since September and has clocked almost 150,000 miles. So you better hope that motherfucker don't break down. Because if that airplane fall apart and he liable, he gonna have a whole nother lawsuit on his hands. He better park that shit somewhere and wait till he get home. It costs $32,000 for every single journey on the jet, meaning the venture has earned Diddy more than $4 million since September. So he in there, he eating good. Commissary pack. Y'all remember them Slim Jims? He got a whole box of those. He ain't wanting for nothing. While them other inmates washing up with Dial soap, he got Dove. But he don't want his kids in there listening no more, especially his daughter snickering at things in the background every time they say something about the Tootsie Roll meat. They get the cover in their mouth, shoulders jumping and shit. How y'all think that make him feel as a man? We got a whole lot of news we about to get into, but before we do that, y'all need to do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button too. I got so much love for y'all. And y'all see that Cash App? Hit that Cash App. $ Sean Blaze Docs. I really do appreciate it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this news, y'all. It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a freak off up in here, a pajama jam party for all you old heads out there. That's what's about to be happening. Y'all need to look at this.
Lots of empty bottles, empty Gatorade bottles, empty liquor bottles, and often baby oil.
Where did you see baby oil?
On the table, on the floor, on the bed, around the room.
He mentioned that when we were out of the country.
That's all right. Black people don't like being ashy. I can't say that. For other people out there, they make it seem like baby oil against the law. He black, mama black, kids black, Kim Porter was black, rest in peace. Andre Harrell black, half of his guest list needed that damn baby oil. Come out the pool and they want to party some more, just stand around the party ashy.
Oh my goodness.
Diddy had something for all they ass. And who don't like to see somebody bubble butt glistening? Is it against the law? That's why my question for y'all is, do Diddy deserve life in jail for this stuff they accuse him of? The only evidence they got is an empty bottle of lube. Come on now.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody make it make sense to me. Do he need to be in jail for the rest of his natural life? Behind this BS, y'all gonna have to let me know out there because I can't call it. Look at this, y'all.
City jurors, as we said earlier. Right, back to New York City, jurors, as we said earlier, they are returning to the courtroom tomorrow to hear more witnesses in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial. And joining us now, one more time, CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson. Jessica, I'm glad you can hear us and we can hear you this time around. That's great news. We know jurors, they've been sitting with the testimony since court adjourned on Thursday. So what has stood out to you the most?
She better hurry up and get back on set. The Lords of the Rings, we've been waiting for that movie to come out for a long ass time. What's she doing worried about Diddy for? They need her on set. Them hobbits, they ain't gonna be able to do it without. And I ain't trying to talk bad about this lady, but come on now. What she got in her motherfucking closet? It's probably more than a Ouija board. I know that much. Cause she creeping me out right now. And speaking on Diddy, at least he got swag. I don't know what she got. Whatever it is, I don't want it. Do she even listen to rap? That's what I be wanting to ask these people. They get up there speaking on people. They not even cultured with this thing. That's like me getting on Chinese news, talking about what's going on with the Chinese world. If it ain't about no shrimp fried rice, I don't know what to tell y'all. But they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? They all up in the Kool-Aid. Not only do they not know the flavor, they don't even drink Kool-Aid, man. Well, some of them do, but y'all wouldn't know about it. Y'all know what's funny to me? I ain't never heard nothing about no Japanese freak-off. I wonder if in the Middle East or in Asia, do they have channels where they be going in on their celebrities? Hey, Chow Yun Fat freak off. We have it. He freak off with Yin Yang Pow. Ling Chang Chang freak off with Tang Tong Paul. I wonder if they do that over there, man. Have a whole freak off conspiracy channel and Cantonese and everything. I highly doubt it because they government to shut that shit all the way down. You know what I'm saying? But that's Negro hitting on that. Did y'all hit that like button for me? Because the last time I checked, ain't nobody hit it. Do that favor for me. Let's get back into this news, y'all.
About week 2 of the trial.
Oh my gosh, how long do we have? I mean, truly explosive testimony about these freak-offs, about drug use, about taking ecstasy pills that were meant to look like mini versions of President Obama. I mean, to pick out a few things, I think Kid Cudi obviously testifying that he dated Cassie Ventura for a short period of time.
She might as well do some anime news. You know, Diddy ain't her lane. Them Comic-Con people need somebody to report on what they got going on. Why is she wasting people's time? You know, they got a new Dragon Ball Z coming out. She need to cover on that. What's she worried about Diddy for? I'm mad about this. They need to bring back the Cartoon Network to give people some work. They gonna have to figure it out. Let Keisha or somebody do this damn news. You know they out there. They'll do it right from their living room. You beat them kids, run past the screen, smack that kid and keep on talking. This the type of work that should go to a Carey champion or somebody like that. Get all them assistants off of the NWA and off of the NBA, got women covering football and stuff like that. Let them talk about Diddy.
A few things. I think Kid Cudi obviously testifying that he dated Cassie Ventura for a short period of time and that Sean Combs allegedly acted against him in violent ways as a result of basically dating his ex-girlfriend. I think Cassie Ventura's mother testifying about the abuse that she was corroborating that Cassie Ventura endured. I think the assistants testifying about these freak-offs and what they included. I mean, for the prosecution, of course, it's not just going to be saying, this is sensational. It's tying these explosive and sensational tidbits to the crimes here. And I think that's also what they're doing effectively, which is saying not only were these parties not like the parties many of us have attended, but it's also about the coercion, the lack of, the alleged lack of voluntary actions by many of the people, including Cassie Ventura, who were.
They went in this man's house, took all of his belongings and trying to find a way to criminalize his shit. If he ain't killed nobody, why the hell y'all holding up guns? There's plenty of people out here with guns. They in the courtroom going through his damn toiletries. They all in his pantries. They talking about what he had in the cabinets. Like he freaking off with Captain Crunch because he had cereal up there in bulk. He was taking the cereal and pouring it between Cassie's ass and making her crunch. How they gonna criminalize this man and he ain't did a crime yet? Where the crime? Maybe I missed something. I don't want to be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be up here sounding like a jackass because I don't want to make a fool out of myself. But in all honesty, I've been covering this thing for a long time, ever since the beginning, before mainstream media picked it up. Because they like to see what we doing on YouTube to entertain ourselves. Then they turn around and flip it into something major and make some big money. Next thing you know, somebody going to jail behind some foolishness. But we was just joking around on Diddy, you know. And people can care less what they really got going on. But I'm trying to understand, where's the crime? You know, because his kids showing up to court every week just to hear them talk some goofy shit about their dad. And the whole public know about it. Everybody talking this goofy nonsense. And you figure that's the price of fame and celebrity. But not for everybody. I feel like the biggest thing with Diddy is he should have knew when to sit his ass down. Same thing with R. Kelly. They want to wait till they 50 years old and come out with another album. Like, you had your 20s, your 30s to be putting out music. When you hit 40, pass the torch and go somewhere and sit your ass down, man. And I ain't saying you can't keep doing what you want to do, but if you're going to do it, be mature about it. That's why, like, Jay-Z came out with that 444 album. It was grown man rap, grown people music. He wasn't trying to appease to them young kids because he tried to do it before, and it was god-awful. Jay-Z released a couple of albums where he was trying to keep up with the young kids and everything, and it's like, Grandpa, go on somewhere with that BS. But he got it together on his last album. Diddy, you know, he should have just let that shit go natural. And there's something else I want to share with y'all before we get back into the trial. And because y'all been hearing about the trial all day, every day. You know, for the people that's interested in this thing, I want to take a little time out, do a little sidebar, and let y'all in on some stuff that I've been observing. And I could be right, I could be wrong, but y'all need to see this. Okay, follow me on this, man. Follow this on me. We ain't never known Jay-Z to have a head full of hair like that his whole career. And we ain't saying it's not possible, but we don't remember his hairline being like that neither. What I'm trying to say is it's a possibility that this is a man unit. It could be a wig. It could be a dreadlock lace front. And people do stuff like this, man. It could be a wig. He got $1 billion. They could make it happen. I'm starting to believe that these are phony dreads. They look real as hell. But that's the gimmick, the image that he got now since he working for the NFL. They don't want somebody that's just black They want somebody that's bomber clock black to make it seem like they ain't on that BS. And plus, you know, when you get older, you're trying to keep up with the young kids and do what's trending and all that. Because if Diddy had us fooled like that, Jay-Z and Diddy, they the same age. He ain't got not one gray hair on his head. He got brown all in it like he 20-something years old. Strong ass dreadlocks. It's a possibility that this might not even be his real hair. Y'all, cause that looked like one of them wigs from them Shaw Brother movies. It looked like he in a kung fu flick with them sideburns. Like they super glued that shit on there, man. You know, they can do amazing things with hair nowadays. They'll take a brother bald head and put some 360 waves on his shit. So you just never know. I'm gonna be quiet about, hold on, somebody said he got fake dreads. Oh no, I gotta see this real quick. Wait a minute. Hold on. Cause I've been thinking it for a long ass time. Hey, let me see.
Why does he have the Jay-Z dreads? Now, that's actually an interesting question. Now, what you have to understand is that I actually had this hair way before Jay-Z did. Now, follow me. Stay with me now. Now, me and Jay-Z go way back. Now, he had asked me back in 87 how he could get hair like mine. And I told him, look, young.
Oh, okay. Yeah, damn clown. I'm so sorry I wasted y'all time. Hit that cash app. Pray for me. I'm trying to figure it out, man. I done went down the rabbit hole. And I need to crawl up out that thing. Y'all bear with me, because we going to get back to this Diddy news, man. And without further ado, here we go. I ain't wasting no more of y'all time. Here we go. Here it is right here. Back to the Diddy news, man. Let's go.
Caught up in this alleged criminal enterprise.
Yeah, and Jessica, we know prosecutors have also released more photos they say were taken inside of Diddy's Miami home during a raid. And a Homeland Security agent who participated in that raid also testified. So what did jurors hear on that one?
Jurors heard and saw pictures of firearms, pictures involving intimate activities and sexual activities, and the paraphernalia that goes along with that. And frankly, that's key to the prosecution's case because the proximity of, let's say, lubricants and other items that you might use during intimate activities and guns and firearms, showing that those two things were tied, I think is key to showing that many of the sexual acts, according to the prosecution, were not consensual. So again, this isn't about kind of a made-for-TV moment. This is about showing that there were guns next to, for instance, condoms. Why would that be the case? It's about building the case that people were coerced in.
Now, when they went up in there, it was laid out like that. When they went up in there, hey, somebody hit the cash app. Thank you so much. When they went up in there, was it really laid out like that? Or did they spread it out like that to make it look like that? A&E, I got so much love for you, baby. Thank you so much for that cash app. What's really going on, man? You mean tell me he was getting it popping and forgot to put that shit up? Or did they go in there and take that shit out like that? They tampering with all that. That look like tamperment. You supposed to, however you find it, that's how you present it to the world. Don't be taking out little pieces of crack and putting it on the table. Don't sprinkle out a little bit of powder and make it all presentable for the gram. They don't wrote all over the shit. There could be some damn vitamins for all we know. Then they got Pepto-Bismol in pill form. They trying to make it seem like he got pink cocaine. He an old man. He trying to look cool when he take his medicine. Like shit, this ain't no milk and magnesia. This some old other shit y'all young kids don't know nothing about. He probably had milk and magnesia in pill form. They gonna have to run a test on this shit. Cause he too old to be carrying on. He'll fuck around, have a stroke. Be like Jamie Foxx.
Oh my goodness.
With all them drugs and things. I don't believe it for not one bit. They got y'all fooled. They ain't fooling me. I know milk and magnesia dried up. He put that motherfucker in the what you call it? One of them dehydration machines. I don't believe he on drugs. And plus, they say he don't look all that old, even though he got a head full of gray hair. I ain't no Diddy supporter, but I don't trust these people like that. Let's be real.
People who helped plan these freak offs, people who can testify to what's key for the prosecution, whether or not items and people cross state lines. Again, we need that federal hook for federal crimes. And more about the organization of these parties. And again, whether or not, because this is going to be key for the defense, whether or not these activities were consensual or if they were instead coerced. And I think we're going to, again, hear more about how Sean Combs and his associates organize not just the parties, but everything that leads up to the parties.
Yeah. Jessica Levin.
Hey, that's what's going on. That's what's happening next week, y'all. Well, this week. I don't know how y'all Memorial's Day was, but mine was incredible. And people spending time with their family and friends and enjoying that good old barbecue. And that's a beautiful thing as well. But as far as Diddy's family, I don't know how they took the news, because allegedly he asked his kids not to show up to the trial no more. He embarrassed the things they about to be saying. He don't want his kids to hear it firsthand. If they gonna hear about it, they need to hear about it like everybody else. Tune in to YouTube. If you interested, you can find the news. But they ain't gotta be there. I don't blame them. They ain't gotta be there listening to what they father done did. They know. The whole world know by now. They ain't doing nothing but making him nervous. On the first day of court, they said he had the bubble guts. He couldn't sit still, drinking all that water. He back and forth to the bathroom. Can't believe that's happening to his life. I don't feel bad for Diddy. But one thing for sure, them kids ain't got no business up in there. They might as well stay home. They can support him from the house. Go somewhere, do something. Go get some ice cream. Take y'all grandmama to Kentucky Fried Chicken. They ain't got no business sitting behind him. He already sweating. He could feel them breathing on the back of his neck. His young daughters, how can he ever have a real relationship with them when they know their father ain't nothing but a freak? They better put them clothes on before he come in the door. That's if they let him out of jail. They all confused. And his sons feel like lesser men. That boy Quincy had so much makeup on his face, talking about he crying the tears of a clown. Now he got allegations because they treat him like he a young Smokey Robinson because he light-skinned it. They ain't never gonna see the end of this nightmare. Lord have mercy. All I could do is pray. And I want y'all to do the same thing. Y'all gotta let me know in them comment sections. Do Diddy deserve to do life in jail for a little bit of KY jelly? He like using Astroglide. He put baby oil all over them girls' butts. That's his business. Bobby Brown said it in '85. That's his prerogative. You can't throw somebody in jail for that. Do y'all think he wrong? Without further ado, y'all thought I came here to play. I got some more news for y'all. And I don't think y'all gonna be able to handle it. You're gonna be over there hot, reaching for the fan. You might get one of them grandmama, them church fans, just to put it over your face. You're gonna be over there sweating bullets. Yeah, I'm about to turn it up. Y'all came at the right time too, because I'm about to play this news. And y'all gonna get all the information. Look at this.
It is gearing up to be another big week in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial. Testimony set to resume tomorrow, with another one of Combs' former assistants taking the stand. Last week concluded with rapper Kid Cudi, who testified about his brief relationship with Cassie Ventura.
Did y'all know he was Mexican? I ain't know that. That he was Mexican? I thought he was just some Gary Coleman looking ass nigga. Come to find out, he Españano, just like Cassie. They trying to make this a black Latin thing, Wakanda versus the Aztecs. Like that the second Black Panther movie that ain't nobody go see. Well, I know I ain't go see it, and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud. They got these Aztecs going up against Diddy. They acting like he ain't a young T'Challa.
Oh my goodness.
All because he freaked off with Cassie. And I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I seen some pictures of Cassie. And I said, goddamn, She was pretty fine back in the day. And I ain't never really paid her no attention like that because she was next to Diddy. And I'm like, I don't want his leftovers. If she was Diddy, I wouldn't want to touch Cassie. But when you look back at them pictures and stuff, she was a bad motherfucker, wasn't she? I think she was. But she was too young to be with him. But yeah, I could see what he liked about her. She definitely had that look. That look make you feel like you got $1 million in the bank. Come to find out she was a nasty. He was living like James Bond. You could make a bad bitch like that and do the stuff that he had Cassie doing. He had to feel like MacGyver or something like that. Like, I make the baddest bitch and turn her into trash. Like, girl, you ain't nothing to me. If I could make Cassie eat some nigga throw up, niggas peeing in her mouth, you ain't nothing to me. I got chicks badder than you eating my doo-doo. And he wasn't lying. Damn, man, you gotta have some money to make Cassie do any motherfucking thing. Like, are you talking to me? Like, yeah, I'm talking to you. I want the nigga to pee in your mouth. She would have called the police. If Diddy was broke, she would have called the police a long time ago. Like, it's him. It's him. He was living a childhood fantasy with Cass. This is a girl he always wanted in school. God damn, she look good. She got the poker. They was poking on Pocahontas.
Oh my goodness.
He dead wrong for that, man. She was a fine tenderoni. I ain't mad, but he got her after she been all washed up, banged out, slutted up and everything. Now she want to get married and have kids. That's what they do, man. They be running them streets living like dogs. Every man in Hollywood, every man done had your woman. They done gutted her out like a 1965 Chevy and then give her to you used. And then you got to maintain, put the maintenance on this bitch. Hell no, man. Diddy had him when she was fun. He squeezed the juice out of Cassie like a lemon. Oh, Lord have mercy. She was, man, that's a fine ass look. She was fine as hell. And he did whatever he blew that booty out, man. That's like having a brand new Porsche. Got 0 miles on it. This nigga drove her ass all the way to Cancun.
Oh my goodness.
He drove that ass to the moon. He got all the mileage he could possibly get out of Cassie, man. He wrecked the damn vehicle. He was crashing it. He did whatever he wanted. I guess he figured you only live once, Had him a nice ass Ferrari and drove it all through the ghetto, speed bumps and all. Just boom, 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 boom. He wrecked Cassie box so bad it ain't even funny. Now she got knocked up by some idiot. Look at her, man. She could barely get in the house. She's like, oh Lord, I'm tired. All that freaking off. She on the phone trying to set up another freak off. As soon as her husband go to the store to get some groceries. Like, he's gone, wanna freak off? The next door neighbor, he come down off the goddamn ladder into her bedroom.
Oh my goodness.
Like, be back, babe. About to go get some milk and eggs for you and the kids, man. Now give me the money so I could go. She looking down the street for her date. Like, is that the Punisher? They caught her ass outside setting up a freak off, y'all. Lord have mercy. Cassie, old Cassie. She a freak. If Diddy with it, she with it. You know what I'm saying? She do what daddy tell her to do. No time for fake ones. Diddy lying. They said he got a Tootsie Roll for a meat. And I need to share something with y'all real quick. Y'all bear with me. It's only going to take a second. I got to make a point. And it's going to be real quick. And y'all keep on listening, man. Because them phone lines open. Y'all act like y'all don't see it. But that's all right with me. Because a lot of times people don't be talking about a damn thing anyway. So let me do this real quick. Look. Y'all need to see this. And then we going to get back to the news. This is a little sidebar. We about to hit a side street real quick. Yeah, this is what y'all need to see right here. Because now I'm about to make it make sense. We all about to make it make sense, baby. All right, y'all with me? Let me know y'all with me out there. All right, without further ado, here we go. The nigga said, Got no time for fake ones. Just sip some Cristal with these real ones. From East to West Coast, spread love, son. And while y'all talk, we count bank figures. Uh-huh. Okay, now let's get into the hook. This Lil Kim. Now we gonna see how nasty can get. Cause Diddy was on this song. She said, yeah, I'm Mama, Miss Havana. Usually rock the Prada, sometimes Gabbana. Stick you for your cream and your riches. Zaza Gamore, Demi Moore, Prince Diane, all them rich bitches. Puff Daddy Pope, the Hummer for the summer. I follow in the E-class with the goggles. 96 model. 96 model, bad click on the stroll. Tell them how we roll. Cruise control, nothing make a woman feel better than Berettas and Amarettas, butter leathers and mad cheddars. Y'all with me? Cause we almost through. It's only gonna take a little while. Look. Chilling in the Benz of my amigo. She said, chilling in the Benz with my amigos. Trying to stick a nigga for his pesos. If you say so, then I'm the same chick that you want to get with. Lick up in my... Gotta hit the spot. If not, don't test the poom poom 90, but done it, hey. No time for fake ones. This is when Diddy was hot. Now this the part that I pulled this up for. Now this Diddy talking. He said, how you like it, baby?
Oh my goodness.
From the front, from the back, get that ass a smack.
Goodness.
With extra baby oil. Bet your man can't do it like that. Can't work the middle, cause his thing too little. Hold on now. Didn't they say he had a Tootsie Roll meat? Is he talking from a male escort's perspective, or what's going on here? Is he speaking in third person? What the he said? He said, from the back and get that ass a smack. I bet your man can't do it like that. Can't work the middle. Plus his thing too little. Let me grab your ta-ta, do the cha-cha. Make you scream papa. You the best da-da. Now watch mama. Go up and down, jaw crazy. Oh, say my name, baby. But before you, I'ma dribble down your butt cheeks, make you wiggle and giggle just a little. Mind you, Biggie was writing all of this stuff. The big boy had zest all in his body. He said, I'm drinking babies. Then I cracks for the Mercedes. Act shady and fill my 380. Or the Raven. Ooh wee, I see your girl, not a freak like me. Or a Dina. Can't bathe the rhinoceros or rap. Lil Kim, how preposterous is that? So Biggie was sitting up there, and you know what? Now that I think about it, the first time I ever seen a Transformer is when Lil Kim album came out. I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. I remember it like it was yesterday. We was walking downtown, and we was going to get the Lil Kim CD, and these men, they started chasing us, man. We ain't know them niggas had on high heels. I remember it, man. They was chasing those little back. Nigga had them door knocker earrings dangling. Big buff nigga with a mini skirt on. They was chasing us with them heels on. We hid in the alleyway, made our way to the mall, and got the Lil Kim CD because she was on the cover butt naked. I remember, man. That all started when her album came out. That's Negro here, no bit. We got to get back to the Diddy trial. Cause I'm traumatized, man. I'm reminiscing on them days when that shit, them girls in school, they started getting real fast when that Lil Kim came out, man. You couldn't even sneak a kiss from them chicks. As soon as this album came out, man, shit got easier and easier. It took the fun out of it. But that's Negro here, no there, man. She said, I'm drinking babies, then I crack for the Mercedes, act shady, and fill my 380. Huh. She said, now watch my mind go up and down jaw. She said the stick jaw crazy. Oh, say my name, baby. Like, oh, Kim. Before you snut, I'ma dribble down your butt cheeks just a little. No, she said, I'ma dribble down your butt cheeks. Is she on the basketball court with these niggas? Let me find out Lil' Kim know how to play D. She bouncing the ball while you bouncing that ass and she bouncing on your... What's going on, man? She said she dribbled down your butt cheeks. She got a Lil' Kim jersey with 6'9" on the back. You trying to score, she behind you, she D'ing you up, she dribbling, she bouncing that ass. Y'all both bouncing ass while the ball bouncing. She said, I'ma dribble down your butt cheeks, make you wiggle and giggle just a little.
Oh my goodness.
Just a little bit though, because you ain't trying to go out like a straight bitch, you know what I'm saying? But that's Negro here, no there. We got so much news. We got to get back to, because y'all need to be prepped up on this stuff, because tomorrow the trial gonna resume. And now that y'all got a fresh image of all this stuff in y'all head, it's only gonna make it more interesting. You know, I'm putting the lemon juice all over your salmon right now. That's all that's happening. I'm the one putting the salt, just like Salt Bay, over your fries right now. Because this news, the way they tell it, bland as hell. But when I put my little twist on it, you know, it's going to be fire. Okay, let's get back into this. Y'all ready? I'm going to shut up too, because we need to hear this. Listen.
It is gearing up to be another big week in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial. Testimony set to resume tomorrow, with another one of Combs' former assistants taking the stand. Last week concluded with rapper Kid Cudi, who testified about his brief relationship with Cassie Ventura. Kid Cudi said he was concerned for her safety as well as his own. He described the time when he says a jealous Combs broke into his home, locked his dog in a bathroom, and opened its Christmas gifts. The jury also saw photos of Kid Cudi's charred Porsche. Cudi testified he knew Combs had something to do with that damage. Joining me now, defense and trial attorney Misty Maris and former U.S. prosecutor Sarah Krisoff. Sarah and Misty.
Man, they ain't got no business, man. I keep saying that. It make me mad. I ain't gonna stop saying it, man. And it ain't because they Caucasian. I don't see no flavoring when it comes to this hip-hop thing, man. They better put on a dashiki or do something.
Goodness.
Get Rachel Dolans off up there. Get some bad chicks that may know a little Uzi song or whatever the case is. Get some of them fine, one of them young fire ones, man, that know what time it is. Look like they got some hip to go along with their hop. They look like Nirvana fans. Looking on the Rio Speedwagon and all that. They listen to Kiss and all that, the underground shit, man. They ain't built for this. Be speaking on Diddy. And do a video on Ozzy Osbourne or something. What is going on? If they don't know no Keith Sweat songs, they ain't got no business speaking on no Diddy. I'm just saying. They need to be more cultured. Put a dreadlock in that put a braid. You better doing the Aaliyah bang. Put that hair over one eye like Aaliyah.
Oh my goodness.
Do something. Cause this ain't cutting it, man. That's like you go to a soul food restaurant and you get up in there and they working in the kitchen. Now don't get it twisted. I've been to South Carolina and I went to a soul food restaurant and have a black person working up in there. And when I tell you that food was hitting, I said, man, what y'all got in these mashed potatoes? He said, pork. I said, damn, I don't eat pork. Oh, what y'all got in this macaroni and cheese? Pork. Damn, I can't eat the macaroni and cheese, but it sure tastes good. What y'all fry this chicken with? Pork. But I'm trying to tell y'all, they put their foot in it, and come to think of, the man ain't even have on no shoe. But that's Negro here, no there. Let's get back into this.
Steve, thank you so much for being here on Memorial Day, no doubt, when you could be doing a lot of other things. I'm going to start with you, Sarah. When we saw this testimony from Kid Cudi, how impactful and important was it for...
She's standing there like she want to do something. What the hell is her problem? She's standing there like she about to snuff this bitch. She got her hands. What she about to do? she looked like she want to fight. Like, you don't know me, bitch. I'm from the Bronx. I promise you. Fat Joe is my cousin. What is her? She just trying to explain the news. She stand there like she want to do something. She act like she standing her ground. Man, they better get this lady out of here. You know what? Since this is pissing me off, I'm gonna take me a little break. I do apologize, man, but these people demeanors, when they be talking about Diddy, they be acting like Diddy is Osama bin Laden or some shit. It really ain't even that deep. They want to get all militant about Diddy. What's going on in Gaza? Whew. Calm down, Blaze. Yo, Reggie, give me some water or something, man, because I'm over here tripping. Hold on, y'all. Hell.
To start with you, Sarah. When we saw this testimony from Kid Cudi, how impactful and important was it for the words that came out of his mouth in the stand, but also they've had the whole weekend to sit with it?
Yeah, so the prosecution is trying to build the racketeering case, particularly through Kid Cudi, and hopefully from their viewpoint with witnesses to come.
Break down. Steady breaking me on down. I said, break down. Steady breaking me on down. Where the hell they get this Mariah Carey, whatever the hell she is, man? Hold on, y'all. Now I gotta take another detour. That's what y'all get for not calling in. I get to do whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm gonna take a little detour. Hold on. Anything but the Diddy news. You know what I'm saying? I want to do what the hell I want to do. And y'all gonna go for the ride. Since y'all act like y'all don't know how to drive, shit, y'all in the car. I'm gonna go where the fuck I want to go. Look. I need to see this. I need to see it. Cause I always wonder what the hell this was all about, y'all. Nigga said break down. Instead of breaking me on down. They had Mariah Carey rapping like Bone Thugs. They gave her the Crossroads treatment, y'all. You would have thought Busy Bone was gonna say, I'm gonna miss everybody. I'm gonna miss everybody that's gone. And I'm gonna miss everybody. Now, you know that nigga had to be tweaking in the studio when they made that. They all had to be tweaking. He was in his feelings when he did that song. And I'm gonna miss everybody. Like, damn, this nigga gonna be dead, y'all. See you at the crossroads. So you won't be lonely. See you at the crossroads. So you won't be lonely. Now that's gospel music, man. I'm about to light a lighter and put that shit in there. I'm gonna miss everybody that's gone. And I'm gonna miss everybody. Living in a hateful world. I need to pull them lyrics up. Cause I swear I don't know what the fuck they were saying. Look, Mariah, she said, you called me yesterday to basically say that you care for me, but you're just not in love. Immediately, I pretended to be feeling similarly and led you to believe I was okay to just walk away from the one thing that unyielding and sacred to me. Oh, see, that's when music was music, man. She said, well, I guess I be trying not to break down and cry. She said, well, I guess I'm trying to be nonchalant about it, and I'm going to extremes to prove I'm fine without you. But in reality, I'm slowly losing my mind. Underneath the guise of a smile, gradually dying inside. Oh, Lord. Underneath the guise of a smile. Friends ask me how I feel, and I lie convincingly because I don't want to reveal the fact that I'm suffering. So I wear my disguise till I go home at night and turn down all the lights and break down and cry. Oh, man, break down. Instead of breaking me on down. She said, so what do you do when somebody you're devoted to suddenly stops loving you and it seems they haven't got a clue of the pain that rejection is putting you through? Do you cling to your pride and sing I will survive Gotta get control. Roll, roll, roll on. Do you lash out and say, how dare you leave this way? Gotta get control and roll, roll, roll on. Where the part at? This some deep stuff, man. Who wrote this song? Cause these lyrics, I ain't never seen nothing like this. Who wrote it? I need to know who did this song and who put this together, cause they don't make music like this no more. Hold on. Let me see. I need to figure it out right now. Oh, what the hell? Diddy? Oh, what the fuck? Diddy wrote this song? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Diddy put this song together with Stevie J? He wrote the Bone Thugs Part 2? Let me find out. Now I'm starting to connect some dots right here, man. I ain't had no clue that Diddy did the beat for the breakdown. And Stevie J on the damn keyboard. In the studio with Mariah Carey baby oil all over her ass. I bet they broke her all the way down in the damn studio. And she let them Bone Thugs bone. What the hell? I don't know who no more. Hold on, man. Is that Mariah Carey? I'm over here losing my motherfucking mind. Diddy everywhere. I ain't know that what the fuck? Oh man, I'm over here tripping. Y'all do me a favor, man. Hit that Cash App. Cause we about to get back into this news. And it's only gonna get better cause I'm about to shut up and let this thing play. Y'all ready? All right, here we go, man. Y'all listening? Y'all good? All right, it is what it is. Let's do this here.
So I think that's been the area where there's been the least amount of testimony so far, but they're going to build that block by block and trying to, convince the jury there was some sort of enterprise and all of these people that were around Combs trying to cover up the crimes that were committed in furtherance of that enterprise.
Misty, as far as how the defense is handling some of this explosive testimony from Kid Cudi, who was very strong on the stand, according to our reporters who are in there watching this every single day, how is the defense handling itself so far?
God damn. Now, why they gonna do that? Why they gonna do that, man? Now I'm about to go to sleep because they trying to be funny with this. What the man? If you don't get this, Reggie, Reggie, get that off the screen, man.
Well, first of all, explosive is the perfect word because the main point of that testimony from the prosecution's perspective was the Molotov cocktail that Kid Cudi says it was Combs and his affiliates, his associates, who blew up his car. And that is part of the predicate crimes prosecutors are seeking to establish of arson, which goes towards racketeering. But Sarah, I was actually in the courtroom for Kid Cudi's testimony, so I saw it. He was a great witness, but the defense was able to chip away at his testimony on cross and establish that he had no direct information. He didn't see anybody. There were no cameras. There was never an arrest. Basically throwing a little bit of doubt as to whether or not he could really say it was Combs or someone associated with Combs who actually did that damage to his car. So the defense did a good job. He also said that Cassie played him. This was his testimony, and that she was living a double life by dating both himself and Combs. Now, that speaks to her autonomy in the situation, that element of control. So the defense did an excellent job on cross-examination of getting that out in front of the jury.
Yeah, one of those moments that Kid Cudi had was saying that he saw Combs standing outside after that car was burned, looking like a supervillain, staying there with his hands behind his back. But I am curious about some of this coming in.
That ain't what he said. They just want to make whatever they want to make out of this for the damn news. And that's what got me feeling like, when this is over, when it's finally over, the world may be a better place. Can you imagine? They finished talking about Diddy for good, and there's something else that they talking about on the news. They're really poisoning people with this bullshit, And you figure, hell, you talking about it too. I just want to let y'all know that them kids ain't got no business and listening in on no grown people, what they talking about, especially when it come to their parents. You know, they ought to have more respect for their father than that. They all, while they doing the damn court, his kids going back and forth to the vending machine, they lollygagging in the hallway, they come back in, he get the sniffling, they back there eating popcorn and shit. Like, what y'all want? Y'all ain't helping the situation. They talking about some very personal things here. Why y'all watching me get lynched like this? His kids need to stay where they at. And just on support from home. Do a TikTok. Put out an Instagram post. Let them people do what they got to do. That's how I feel about it. And allegedly, that's what Diddy want for his kids to do. That's what they saying. He would rather them just, he know that they love him and they supported enough thus far. But moving forward, let that man, deal with that embarrassment and stuff. But I do like the way, they came up in there holding hands and showing unity in the face of adversity. That was really special, the way they did that. But it leads one to question, was they raised right or was they raised wrong? Because the relationships that their parents and stuff had going on, who knows how that's going to shape and mold them, because we all products of our parents. How that's going to affect them, how they going to live a normal life. But at the same time, what is a normal life? Well, some people consider normal is abnormal. I guess it all depends on the person. If you want to fly high, you got to get high. It only makes sense. And Diddy was a high roller. And them kids, they want to be high rollers too. They ain't trying to live regular, mediocre lives. And sometimes you got to do some abnormal shit to make it happen. But this trial, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's going to be a better world when it's finally over. How long I've been on here? Okay, I got 10 more minutes to rock, unless we get a phone call. I'm at least trying to push it to an hour, you know what I'm saying? But let me see what else I can get into. Matter of fact, we just going to listen to this. If we get a phone call, we'll kick it. If not, I'll give it 5 more minutes. We're going to listen to this. Reggie, get my code, man. Get my code.
There was no police report. There was no investigation. There was no arrest of Sean Diddy Combs at the time. Were you surprised that came in, that the judge allowed that testimony and those pictures? Yeah,
I'm wondering if there's more to come on this, because it was a lot of supposition on behalf of Kid Cudi, saying this must have been him because we had this warning and then the thing happened. So it was, and that is always, frankly, a danger in a racketeering case. They have this huge swath of time that they're covering. There's lots of events. There's a real question of is all of this stuff properly before the jury?
Yeah, and that is something that obviously, if there's a conviction, that can come back up on appeal. Misty, I'm curious going forward this week, what you're expecting to hear, because so far, almost every single day of this trial has been jaw-dropping testimony.
Absolutely. So tomorrow, after this long weekend, we'll be back in session in court, and Capricorn Clark is set to take the stand now. She's come up in several different witness testimonies. She's been referenced. She's a longtime assistant and eventually became an executive at Bad Boy Records. So many of the witnesses that we've heard from so far that were affiliated or working for Combs were little snapshots of time. 2 years here, 2 years there.
Does your dog have an upset stomach? Maybe you've noticed loose stools, some gas, or those gurgly gut noises that just won't go away.
Capricorn Clark worked with him for a longer period of time. She also was referenced in Kid Cudi's testimony that she had reached out to Kid Cudi and said, hey, Combs and some of his affiliates are at your house, are breaking into your house. So she's certainly going to be a very important witness. And my expectation from pre-trial is that she's going to testify about the means and methods of the criminal racketeering conspiracy that prosecutors are seeking to establish.
Yeah, and we're expecting, 6 weeks of the prosecution putting on its case and the defense doing its thing afterwards. I do want to ask you, Sarah, about some reporting that has come out from People. They talked to folks in the jail, and they said that Combs will have a chance to take part in a spades card game, dominoes, 3-on-3 basketball tournament, and a soccer tournament that were offered to prisoners for the holiday, as well as to have some barbecue. He is innocent until proven guilty, but is this...
Damn, they about to be doing all that up in jail? That's what it is. Get to play some ball, have some barbecue and stuff. Yeah, that's a lot more than what I did. Ain't they supposed to be in jail? They need to cut all that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all take a nap and wait for us to slide the food under the damn cell or whatever the case is. They got festivities and stuff in the jail. They act like he on life or something. He might as well run past the gun line and just get this shit over with, man, cause gonna be fighting all day and on court the next day, eating all them baked beans and things. I know them baked beans don't kill me tonight. I ain't know it was gonna do me like that, man. And I had the nerve to make 2 cans. I should have just made 1. Who the fuck gonna eat all them baked beans? Oh man, the walls gonna turn brown up in here fooling with them baked beans, man. Let me see what's going on here real quick before I go ahead and call it a night. Man, for all the people watching, make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button too. Let me see if there's anything else I want to say about this Diddy trial. And for the people that hit that Cash App, I gotta let y'all know, I really do appreciate y'all, man. That's real talk. But I'm about to go ahead and bend this corner and get on out of here. I at least want to see what's on the radar for tomorrow. So let me do a little bit of investigation. I'm gonna do it with y'all because you know I love y'all that much. I want to see what's happening in these streets so we can be well aware when I get the news the following day, which is not even tomorrow, which gonna be later on in a couple of hours or whatever the case is. What's happening? They said Diddy asked judge the Knicks kids cut it call. Bomb story. 0 proof I did it. They need to nick all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they can prove is that he put hands on Cassie in a hotel or whatever the case is. And this don't look like somebody blew up a damn thing. He probably was in there smoking. Oh, drunk ass fell asleep in the damn car trying to blame it on somebody to get his car fixed. And y'all know what I noticed? Full coverage ain't worth a damn. Because as soon as you need them, that's when they want to give you the run around. They don't ask you no questions when your ass paying all that money every month, every 6 months or whatever for that full coverage. But let you need them to do their part. They want to investigate and shit. They want to get the forensics out. They want to come send an adjuster by. They just can't take your word for it. And he ain't trying to get them to pay for that. He looking for all the nooks and crannies to blame your ass so they ain't got to. You better off with liability. He figured, hell, full coverage on this Porsche costs more than the damn car. So when something went wrong, hell, blame it. Cassie probably told him. It probably was Cassie that did the damn thing. She up there giving head with an STD, them probably STD burns, a vaginary infection or something. She probably straddled him in the passenger seat. Next thing you know, her ass started smoking. Like, blame it on, it's his fault I've been freaking. Blame it on Diddy. She done melted the seatbelt on his ass. But that's Negro here nor there. Hey, y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. I got so much love for y'all. Do Diddy deserve life in jail? That's what y'all need to answer for me. Leave it in the comment section below. I got so much love for y'all. And one more thing, subscribe to my channel if that's what you want.
Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want. But if that's not what you like, then you must be a punk. Hold on now, here we go. Who is this girl? She got that junk in her trunk, baby girl.